Round one of World Supercross in the books, but did it deliver? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So World Supercross, welcome to the swimming pool. Today we're going to examine the good, the bad, and maybe even a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only report on rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. And we got some big ruts out there right now in the moto industry, don't we? First of all, World Supercross clearly came to play. Unfortunately, this is a really tall order to get something like this off the ground. Now, listen, I'm all for off-season events, one-offs, but I just don't know if we have room for World Supercross. I'm really starting to wonder if we're going to be able to see World Supercross actually last. I mean, these short series that bounce all over the world, it's a lot of money and effort, and unfortunately, we're just getting a skeleton crew of riders to come over here and race these events. Now, listen, I'm pretty sure these are all pay-to-play riders. You just basically got to get your checkbook out, guarantee them some money, and you'll get them to come over. We're not getting the big premier stars of the sport. Now, Kenny and Eli, this is pretty much, this was the show. And like I reported on, and if you're new, please subscribe. We'd love to have you get involved with some bench racing in the comments, get on the community page and participate in some of the polling. But this was really, in my opinion, almost a glorified exhibition race between Kenny and Eli. Now, Eli clearly is going to dominate this series. So you may as well just give him the trophy right now. He's a more durable rider. I'm a little concerned about Kenny. Separate video. I really believe Kenny now is just out there trying to collect as much money as he can, trying to plan his exit strategy. Now, of course, if he all of a sudden caught fire and went on some massive winning streak and found world domination again, or even just U.S. domination again, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to stick around. But at this point in the game, I just don't think we can expect too much out of Kenny. He's clearly still fast. If it wasn't for Eli, he would have probably stole the show. But I mean, really, when your biggest competition or the next fastest guy is like a Joey Savacci, a Dean Wilson, nothing against those guys. Colt Nichols, Kyle, these are dudes that probably were willing to go race for 50 grand is probably what they got paid to go over there. I don't know how many millions of dollars these World Supercross had to go throw at riders, but clearly Kenny and Eli got the lion's share of all this money. And Eli clearly is way more durable. He's the guy right now. In fact, I really like what Eli's doing because he's racing himself back in race shape, and this will give him some confidence. Now, if you had thrown a Jet Lawrence or even his brother Hunter out there, and even some of these other dudes that are extremely fast right now, I'm just not so sure, Eli would walk away with the confidence that he's going to walk away with after competing in this World Supercross. But I also believe the reason we're not seeing the Danger Boys, the Jet Lawrences over there, is I believe teams are blocking the teams themselves. The industry does not like World Supercross. At first, they were a little threatened by them. I think now they're not threatened at all. I mean, listen, friends, I hate to say it, and listen, world, I'm cheering for you, man. If there's anything I can do for you guys, I'm here for you. I want to see you guys succeed. I love the concept. I love the fact that you brought Jeff and Ralph back. But unfortunately, I think their ship has sailed. And even though I appreciate and it's kind of fun to have them back, we've already kind of moved on from Ralph and Jeff, in my opinion. Leave it in the comments below. A, if you've moved on. B, if you want those guys back. Now, I know personally we'd all just be fine with them coming back and replacing whoever we have now in the booth in American Supercross, but the reality is this: their ship is kind of sailed. We've pretty much moved on from there. In fact, we even like the train wreck that we get sometimes with our current lineup. I mean, listen, you can't argue with like Weege and Bubba. I mean, these guys really should be our main commentators, with Ricky really just doing select vents. Really, he should be down on the floor or somewhere but he needs the spotlight. I understand Ricky, and he deserves and he needs the spotlight, but he's not the color commentator and polished and just as eloquent when it comes to reporting as some of these other guys. But he's certainly now, he will grow on us, and we will learn to accept Ricky, and I'm sure a lot of us are getting there. And personally, I'd probably miss the guy if he's gone. I really do appreciate Ricky being there. I just don't like the way he tries to act like he's bigger than he actually is. I think he needs to embrace his imperfections. I think he's working too hard to become polished. And I don't know I know a lot of you guys know this, maybe some of you didn't. Jeff Emig had a really bad, I believe it was like basically a stuttering problem that he had to really work hard to overcome. So he would trip over his words, constantly stutter. It was really hard for him to get even ready for the booth. That was probably a really hard thing for him to be able to even get himself to the point where he could report the way he did. But I think in their heyday, Jeff and Ralph were great, but they just look old and tired, and I really think they're a great, it's great to bring them back. I understand why World would bring them back. I think they should be the commentators for this one, but unfortunately, this thing's basically just going to ride on its kind of, I don't know, just off season and some nostalgia and a couple big names to potentially keep the thing around for a while, but I just don't see it. In fact, I don't know I know you guys probably noticed, because if you watch this show, this is stuff that you notice. The stands were empty. I would really be interested to know what capacity that stadium was filled to. I'm guessing it was way less than 50% of that stadium. I'm guessing way less, because what I saw was virtually no seats. I have virtually tons of seats available. I totally believe that it was way less than 50% occupancy. If you know, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to learn. But the reality is this. And the other reason I know this is because I believe it was in World Supercross's feed, possibly on Instagram, where they're offering buy 3 tickets, get your 4th one free. I mean, they were doing anything. I mean, they knew ticket sales were down. I mean, this is going to be really hard. Now, unfortunately for them, I mean, you did not need that big of an arena, clearly, because you didn't fill seats. But if you'd went to a smaller size arena, like a basketball arena, it would have been arena cross. And so trying to give these guys a legitimate track, you needed a big stadium. Unfortunately, it was almost a double-edged sword, because when you show your weakness in terms of attendance, that's going to hurt you. And I think it really kind of hurt World Supercross. I'll be interested to see if they even complete all 4 of the rounds. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9% sure that we will see all 4 rounds of World Supercross take place, but I don't know if this thing comes back for a second season. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy. I want to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark-infested world. Welcome to the swimming pool. Man, like I said, we're all cheering for you. It's nice to see racing. We love the off season, because a lot of us go into moto withdrawal during the off season. So it's always nice to have this. I really like the whole King of Bercy and these ones that we saw more riders. It was a one-off. They didn't have to commit to, months and months of overseas travel for, some new series. I just don't think we are American Supercross, even as watered down and as woke as they're potentially going with it, ushering in electric bikes and just, football players to be guests and then just half times and referees trying to rephrase and reword and just spin, some spin doctoring of the series itself. I really believe we do need these off-season events. I'm really cheering for World Supercross. Unfortunately, all I saw was an exhibition race between Kenny and Eli, with Eli clearly having the edge. It's going to be a little bit boring, other than watching some of the other riders and just being hardcore moto fans tuning in, because that's what we love. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, or search up Walty Wanders MX on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.